right, family. Hello. Welcome back to the African Superstars platform. It's me, the one and only African Superstar. Guys, I have to take a minute out. I have to take a minute out from our proximity series. Yes. To address something. So I want to send this video out to Mr. Jeremy Woods. I want to send this message out to Mr. Jeremy Woods. If you see this, yes. I actually, I'm going to wait. Let me see you guys in the chat room. I almost forgot. Big shout out to the African Superstar family. Please make sure you are on code when you come in the room. Make sure you greet everyone. Get into the chat room. What's up, Tuco? I see you there. Yes. Family, I am back. I am back today, back at it again. I see you, Tuco. You got that first like on it. Yes, big shout outs to you. I can always count on you, can I? Yes. I'm very fine. Thank you. I am very fine. I'm actually been quite busy this week. Some of you guys may or may not know I have some guests in from the UK and we're touring. And so we spent a whole day out yesterday touring the largest open air market here in Ghana called Makola Market. Yes. And we went also to Buka, a really nice, posh restaurant in the heart of Accra in Osu. So I've been a little busy with my tour, so forgive me. I wasn't able to go live yesterday. And this topic came up and I really want to take a moment out to address this. I see those of you guys on code in the chat room. Yes, if you're new to our platform, being on code, come in the room, greet, get in the chat room. You can let us know where you're watching us from or say hello or something like that. You can also support the stream, be part of the conversation, and you can send tangible support via super chat or whatever means. So today, part of the reason I posted a throwback video, albeit totally relevant, I posted a throwback video today of a younger Gina. You can't really tell though. I had to admit, when I watched the video, I thought, yeah, Gina, you ain't aging too bad. This African sun working good. Because that video was from 2019. You could see I was wearing a coat, I was wearing a jumper, I was cold, and I was living in the UK at the time, kind of gearing up for my move to Ghana. And I talked about how Black Americans are very brainwashed. There was a young man that left a comment for me that said, it seems like you're always bashing Black Americans. It seems like you're so harsh. And so I want to make this video. I want to take a minute out to make a response video. All right. For those of you guys, I first want to say, I started to reply him a little bit in the comments, but I think obviously for what I need to say, hello, Timothy, I see you. For what I need to say, the comments box does not suffice. And I'm not one of them paragraph girls. I'm not. Some of y'all do it. I don't knock those of you guys that do it. But I'm not a paragraph girl. And obviously, I can make a video. Make sure you guys get the likes up. Hello. I see the numbers going up. The likes need to go up too. All right? Yes. Thank you, Timothy. Timothy already saw the throwback video. Okay. I got you. I understood. But, I want to start by saying that unfortunately, out of the members of the diaspora, the Black Americans seem to be the most emotional group of people. I understand because of our history, because of the experience, because of the continued victimization, why we behave that way. The extreme emotion is a weakness. It's also not productive. It's not also leading us to solutions for the problems that we encounter. Obviously, I can't bash Black Americans. I'm a product of the country. I grew up there. I have family there. And, that is going to forever be my identification. Shout outs, Montreal. I see you there. Big shout outs to the family. However, I think when I talk to my peers, when I talk to other Black Americans, I talk to you guys in the respect of the compiled frustration I feel about the way that we are treated and about the time sensitiveness of us making moves to improve the quality of our life. Now, obviously, because I know many Black Americans are very emotional, my messages may be hard for some of you, because they seem quite blunt and they seem quite insensitive. But the reality is, we are a brainwashed people. We are a victimized group of people. And the dynamics that we face in the Western world is never going to change. We now have options and we now have information that can give us a different reality. So I think what maybe some people are conveying as me being, harsh towards Black Americans is that deep sense of frustration. I mean, I think our people deserve more. You know, that obviously was the realization that I came to, was that the Western world was not giving me what I needed. And I knew that it was never going to change. And I knew that in order for me to change it, I was going to have to branch out and make the changes. Um, Obviously, I am a lover and advocate of my people. So it's kind of bizarre that some Black Americans take this as like an anti thing when it's really like, no, let's rise above, you know? And maybe, if you sense that you are becoming emotional by viewing my messages, then I probably have struck a bloody nerve. There's a saying that says a hit dog will holler, right? This is something that I can't remember who taught me this when I was a younger girl. It might have been an auntie or uncle or something like that. And I think I was talking to them about somebody making rumors about me in school. Somebody was making rumors about me, and I was talking to, I don't think it was my parents. I think it was like an auntie or uncle or a family friend. And I was talking to them about it. And this person told me a hit dog will holler. Okay. That means if someone is making up false allegations about you, um, it could kind of roll off your back if there's no validity to it, you know. But when there's validity to it, you feel very sensitive. This is one of the magics, I'd say, for instance, the church. When you go visit the church and you go and you listen to one of the sermons, many people have remarked, oh, I felt like the pastor was talking right to me. I felt like the pastor was discussing my situation. Shout outs out there. I see you guys in the comments. Yes, family. I'm talking about this topic tonight because I don't want to be misconstrued. All right. I don't want to be misconstrued about how I'm coming. The reality is that we are a disenfranchised group of people. That's the truth. Now, we shouldn't particularly be emotional about it because that would indicate that we're going to take ownership of it. The reality is we are strategically groomed to be this way. And I am trying to compel you, hey, wake up. Wake up. They're siphoning our time. They're siphoning our money. They are destroying our contributions, taking credit for everything that we do. Now there is an alternative option, and it's time sensitive for you to get in here. And so there is the passion that comes with it. I am definitely not a hater of Black America. Like I said, I just think it's crazy, and I was really taken aback by Jeremy Wood's comment today. If you guys watch that throwback video I posted today, you will see his comment. And he's just like, I try to watch your videos, but I mean, why don't you highlight the good things that Black Americans are doing? Because unfortunately, at this stage of the game, looking at us comprehensively, looking at the young generations, the behavior of our people is not up to par. A lot of the accolades and a lot of the innovations are coming from the older generations. I'm looking at the youth. I'm looking at today and tomorrow of Black America. And if you're pleased with the state of our people, If you're pleased with the state of our people, then yes, just like Matro says, you are in great denial of the situation. You know, this is not a participation only platform. Okay, we've been brought up, especially in America, we clap, for everybody. Everybody gets an award, everybody gets acknowledged. Huh? But on this platform, that's not how it's working. On this platform, it's contingent that you have a track record. You need to walk it like you talk it to get praise from me. Just because other people have performed well in the future. I mean, honestly, a lot of times when the diaspora conversations come up, I see a lot of Black Americans, my own age group now, mind you, so, in their 40s, taking responsibility for what our parents and grandparents did, realistically. Huh? That civil rights movement, that was our parents' era that did it. None of you guys got hosed down by the police or got the dog sicked on you. None of you dealt with segregation in your school. By the time you were born, it was over. Huh? We built America. You didn't build America. Our ancestors built America. They're the ones that had to do slave labor. They're the ones that faced lynching. They're the ones that faced all of it. What can we really attribute modern day, our generation? What have we produced? Look at all the chaos in our community compared to the previous generations. Look at how we're managing our kids and managing our families. Are you really going to take credit for that? I'm hard on Black Americans because I want you to perform better. And because I cannot praise poor performance. I cannot also ignore what is happening modern day. And I cannot also just sit silent while it goes on. So again, I would apologize, as I did in the comments to Jeremy Woods. I apologize that you felt attacked. But I think that may be something you need to assess with yourself. Why do you feel attacked by my messages? Am I walking down your street? Did I strike a bloody nerve? Is it true what I'm saying? Or am I making things up? Is it some type of utopia there? Are our people overwhelmingly happy and successful there? Are we free? Or is the truth is that we face racism, that we are disenfranchised in every facet? Is that true? Is it true that our kids are suffering? Is it true that literacy is at an all-time low in the U.S.? And guess what? I just saw, some of you guys may see, I saw the bulletin that the Department of Education was just cut down to half, I believe yesterday, by President Trump. What does that translate into? Naturally, a lack of services, a lack of resources, a lack of staff to take care of your requests. Big shout out to the African Superstar family. This is a response video. African Goddess. What's up, Stacy G? I see you there, sweetheart. Big shout outs. Am I too hard on Black Americans? That is it. That is it. And I find it really interesting, that someone like myself, who is a total advocate for the diaspora, I mean, in every sense of the word, would be asked such a ridiculous and foolish question when people that are sowing blatant hate and division in your community, you don't have that them for them. No, you don't ask them those questions. You rather accept and ingest their foolishness. When these people are promoting gender war, you promote it, you ingest it. When these people are saying we're not Africans, we don't like Africans, Africans don't like us, Africa's not a nice place, it's all good then. But the minute someone who's born and raised in the same soil as you says, hey guys, then suddenly I'm the bad guy. I'm not going to take that. I make a concerted effort to always be intellectual, intelligent, well-spoken, simplified for my audience to make it very clear that I'm rather a lover of my people and nothing more or nothing less. Yes. So I would say if you feel like my messages in particular are very harsh, it's time for the mirror. Hello. It's time you break out those compacts, ladies. Break out the compacts and look at yourself. Because I really can't, I can't be any more gentle than I am. But I can't also negate truth now. The truth is there. In the throwback video that I posted, am I wrong in saying that Black Americans are brainwashed? Am I wrong in saying that? Is that a completely false assessment? Because from my perspective, just like I articulated in the video, when you have such a traumatic relationship with someone, okay, or a particular place, logic would tell you that the minute you could escape, that would be all that you would do. If we talk about people, for instance, in like abusive relationships, I definitely can correlate the two. It's the same. We would look at a woman who was suffering domestic violence or a man who was suffering domestic violence. And we would say, hey, he or she has attacked you. They've threatened you. You've been in the hospital. The police have been called. Why don't you leave? Why don't you get out of there? The laundry list of abuse for our people in the Western world is long. It's longer than my whole life. Okay? More than 40 years of assaults and attacks on our people. We have every reason and every ground to not want to be there. And the only reason that we would not want to be would be brainwashing. It's the only consensus you could reach was that, okay, the people are not aware of other options. The people have been brainwashed. The people have been influenced to love their oppressors. How could you? It's like, let's say someone rolled up in your yard. Some of you guys are dog people. Let's say your neighbor rolled up in your yard and your pet. Okay? And you saw him on the ring cam. You knew it was your neighbor. I'm going to liken the relationship with our people, the Stockholm syndrome, the cognitive dissonance is you then going over to the neighbor's house and having a dinner. Matter of fact, then the neighbor starts flirting with you and says, hey, I've always had a crush on you. Now you get over there and get in bed, marry this. Now this person, your pet. If we talk about it in that type of term, you would say this person is crazy. This person is not rap tight. But when I talk about our relationship with America, suddenly I'm being too harsh. Suddenly I'm being a hater. Suddenly I'm a traitor. Suddenly I'm making things up. Big shout out to the African Superstar family. Get in the chat room today. I'm talking about it. I'm responding. I had to take a minute out of the proximity series. Guys, I hope you guys are enjoying the proximity series. I posted the playlist on the community tab. If you want to catch up, I will be back on the proximity videos. But I had to take a minute out because I understand that I don't know how many others of you may feel, oh my God, Gina is just harsh. She hates Black Americans. She doesn't like us. No, it's not that at all. It's like, look, guys, we deserve more. We deserve better. Why will we let our children go through the same psychological abuse that we have suffered? Why? When options are available, you can't fault somebody when they're unaware of options, or they've never, ever, ever entertained options, or they have a lack of information. For that one, much like myself, there was a time I didn't know anything about the world outside of the U.S. until I started traveling. Unfortunately for me, I was in a position to travel. Fortunately for me, my parents made that a priority. And I believe that has greatly impacted my perspective, is because I'm not operating from that single view. I'm operating from a global view. I'm operating from different positions that help me formulate my ideology. Okay. And so I'm always sensitive to the person who doesn't have the information. And like the Bible says, how else will they hear unless they have a preacher? Who's going to tell you about day-to-day life in Ghana? Is it somebody who lives in Colorado? Is it somebody who lives in New York? Are they going to be able to tell you what it's like in Ghana? Are they going to be able to tell you what it's like in Nigeria? Or do you need someone who's on the ground? Is it not encouraging to see somebody who came from your hometown or your country or whatever that is now doing these kind of things? Is it not? Because I know for myself, to see people like Diaspora and Taye Uhuru and African American Africa, to see that these are Black Americans that are now touring in Africa, living in Africa, finding success, enjoying themselves. Is it not valuable information? It's very valuable information. That's why I'm here. What's up, family? African Goddess says, the life in the West is easy, secure, and what people know. You are asking people to take a risk they may not be ready for. Again, that is a personal, that's this. That's this. That is you. To say that I don't like Black Americans, or I'm harsh to them or difficult to them, that's not true. That's not valid. I won't accept that. I'm not going to accept that. Okay? If you have fears about traveling, that's personal. And again, seeing and hearing from one of your peers it can help you develop confidence. It can help you develop motivation because you see someone reflected, a similar image, and you're like, okay, because see, I don't know, maybe that's just how I operate. Okay, when I see people doing and achieving things, I think to myself, okay, if that person can do it, I certainly can do it. I'm pretty sure a lot of my audience, matter of fact, I can definitively say many of my audience have been motivated by not just me, but other content creators that they have found on social media to explore the continent, to move to Africa, to travel here. I can attest that several people have come to me on my channel over the years and have since started traveling to the continent. I'm not going to take all the credit for that, but I know it plays a part. Because without this information, our people are left with a huge void of what is Africa. What is Africa? What is Africa like? Because everything that we hear and are exposed to about the continent is negative. Let's be honest. Everything that we, the lack of information or the information that we find, it just creates a very negative connotation of the continent. Why do you think members of the diaspora are coming here on social media promoting you guys to come? Is it because we came and met everything that we were taught and exposed about the continent? It's quite the opposite. It's because we came to the continent and it was a game changer. And our first inclination was like, oh my God, let me go back and tell all my friends that are back there living that struggle life about this option. Let me go tell people that are unhappy. Let me go tell people, people that are concerned about their children's future. Let me go to, hello. Now, if I came to Ghana and I never said a word, and I just came over here and I just blew up and I just settled and I looked back over the Atlantic and I said, damn, y'all messed up. Y'all would say, damn, you didn't share the information. You got over there and you didn't even look out, Gina. And when you guys finally get the picture 10 years later and you come and find me in Ghana, you say, damn, why didn't you tell me? This is how you living? Wow, I didn't know Ghana had beaches. I didn't know it was tropical. I didn't know, because honestly, the lack of information is astonishing in the Western world about the continent, especially America. I will give it to the European diaspora. They travel. I've never met in England anyone who would say things like, I saw a viral TikTok 2 days ago where a young lady was talking to a young African guy. She was a cashier. He was checking out. And he asked her, are there beaches in Africa? This young lady asked this African boy, are there beaches in Africa? And so the level of misinformation or the lack of information is astonishing. Astonishing. And my frustration comes from the fact that our people don't question these things because we have this affinity towards our oppressors that is sick. It is sick. We don't even think about why exactly should we even trust the narrative that we've been given. Why? Why would we trust them to educate our kids? Why would we trust them with the way that our food is handled? Why? Why would we trust their religion? Why would we trust anything that they have to say because of their history with our people? That's a lot of my frustration. You know, I understand that we have effectively been brainwashed. I'm no different than you in that respect. That I grew up in America. I went to university there. I was exposed to the same type of education that you guys got. Okay. But the critical difference was, A, I always questioned things. I had a lot of questions. B, I embarked on independent research. And 3, I did make the drastic decision that, wait a minute, this is not up to par. Because the truth is, if we gathered the 15%, whatever number they tell us, of the population of Black Americans, and we surveyed them and said, hey, how is your quality of life here in the U.S.? Do you worry about your children's future? Hello? How is generational wealth being perpetuated in your families? I guarantee you, the majority of those people would not be happy and would not be singing the praises of the country, if we're honest. However, a lot of them are not in a position to do anything else and or don't know about other options. There are plenty Black Americans that are frustrated with it, but they don't know. They've never even entertained the concept of the continent. They've never even entertained it because, again, lack of information or negative information. Okay, am I too hard on Black Americans? No, go take it out on the white man. Let me say, don't ever come to my platform telling me I'm too hard when them people is putting caps in your behind. When those people are systematically disenfranchising you. Hello, when those people are poisoning your food, go and take your energy and turn it on them. Don't shoot the messenger. I'm just the messenger. I'm just the messenger. And you know what was interesting, Mr. Jeremy Woods? Hello, because this response video is for you. The comment section wasn't enough. What was interesting about your comment when you said, it seems like you're just always talking about this and that? Did you dispute any of the facts or the information in that video? Did you say, Gina, it's not true that the legal system polices our people differently? Gina, it's not true that they do predatory lending in the banks. Gina, it's not true that there's never been racial harmony in America for Blacks and whites. You didn't negate anything that I said, but you got in your emotions and said that foolishness to me. Lord have mercy. Big shout outs to the African Superstar family. Guys, if you feel that my platform is too hard, you feel like I'm just too mean, get this thing out. This is called a mirror. Because the issue is with you. It's not with me. Okay? I'm only stating the facts. I'm only stating the facts. Remember that. Shout outs to the family. Guys, get into the chat room today if you're in the building. Ashley in Africa is here, guys. This is a timely reminder to let you know that the Afrika Investors Academy is this weekend. So you want to go ahead and book your spot. It is a online academy. It's going to host a lot of very well-versed orators from all across the continent with real investment opportunities for those of you guys that are ready to kick it up a notch. Okay. The link is on my community tab. You can also visit Ashley in Africa, her channel, or any of her social medias to get more information and book your spot. But my exclusive link is on the community tab. Thank you for stopping by, sweetheart. You're so busy, and I appreciate that you would take out a little bit of time to be with me. Big shout out to the African Superstar family. Tuco says it's only because you want our people in the States to do better. You know their true potential and you want them to improve upon what the lying doormat and needs to be nurtured. Queenie, I see you there. The thing is, I just feel we have been robbed. And I'm not happy about it. I'm not happy about the robbery. And I do, just like Tuco said, I want people to get what they deserve. I want people to have a quality of life. And most importantly, I want our young people to see and know they have options. Because living in that miserable environment, we have seen what it has done to our young people. There have been bright visionaries that have ended up in tragic circumstances because they were effectively victims of their environment and they didn't know any other option. You know, there's a couple pigeonholes that we are given to be. And if you don't fit those pigeonholes or you don't want any of those options, life can be very, very, very difficult for you. And so options are important. Options are, you know, so valuable. And I recognize this. Stacy says, I don't think Africa is for everyone, and that's okay. Africa is for those who have explored and seen that it's for them. Absolutely. Absolutely. And I continually say this on my platform. But again, I mean, obviously, based on some of the comments, I realize that comprehension is at an all-time low, which means people can't process the information or understand what I'm saying. I have always labeled this channel as for those to whom it applies, because I definitely agree with Stacy. It's not for everyone. This channel is for those of you that want to know about your options. Okay, you've already come to the conclusion what I'm experiencing here is not what I like. I need a change. I need something drastic. I need something different. I need to know where to start in regards to how to plot that out. That's who I'm for. If you are someone who's content in your situation, okay, you love you some red, white, and blue, stars and stripes, huh? This channel is not for you. Okay, and I'm going to kick it up a notch. If my messages are too hard for you, I mean, if you get off my live stream and you go cry in your pillow, you toss and turn all night, you know, my voice is ringing in your head, stay black and true, stay black and true, stay black and true. And you know, your heart is racing, you're breaking out in sweats. Please, I don't want to be the reason that you have a premature death. Please, if these messages are too hard for you, then this platform, I mean, I don't know. I guess I need a parental advisory. I need a parental advisory because it's crazy how my peers and even older are incensed by what I might say, but they're literally not incensed by the situation of our people, the state of our people, the fact of limited prospects for our people. That never pisses them off. But what the African Superstar says, how about you go stream my new song and relax? It's a jam. You know, how about you get a pina colada and just chill, some tacos? You know what I mean? If you're here in Ghana, how about you get a taxi and just go to the seaside? Because I don't want to get your heart racing. That's not what I'm supposed to do. If any of those things, if you are, I'm not a doctor, but if any of those symptoms have hit you after watching my channel, I want to advise that you go get in the mirror. Y'all know that song by Michael Jackson, right? Huh? Who knows the song? I can't play it because then they'll hit me with copyright, but y'all know the song. All right, Man in the Mirror. Yes, it's a jam. Epic song. You can play it on repeat. Some of the issues that you're projecting on me are issues you have with yourself. And I also want to say, disclaimer, okay? The fact that you have been rendered ignorant about a lot of things, it is not a slight on you. It's not a stain on your white, okay? Don't take that personal. If you are ignorant about Africa, you are ignorant. Ignorant means to not know. That is the meaning of ignorant, okay? It means that you have not been provided information. Our formal education has done a strategic disservice to our people. Okay? So I would say if you're ignorant about the continent, it's not your fault. If you remain ignorant about the continent, that's your fault. If you get defensive when people talk about the continent because you're ignorant and you haven't taken steps to not be ignorant, that's your fault. But the fact that you are just ignorant in general is not per se your fault. Okay, because based off of the lack of information, the negative information, the images, and all of those things, and the lies of our oppressors, of course, this place wouldn't seem anything nice. Of course, this place wouldn't be anywhere you want to go. Of course, this place would not be a place that you would feel comfortable coming to settle. Hello? But you see, I'm a proactive person, so I've even taken ownership of my ignorance, even though I'm not the reason I had it. How did I combat my ignorance? By learning about Africa. How did I combat my ignorance about the world? World travels, reading, exposure. You can't even tap into media of other countries in this day and age. You can watch television in South America. You can watch television in Ghana to see what's going on, politics, all this stuff. The internet is a tremendous resource if you utilize it well. All right, but am I too hard? I don't think so. I don't think I'm too hard. Maybe I could be classed as tough love. Maybe, but I really feel like based off a lot of these content creators and their presentation, their language, when I watch a lot of these content creators, I think to myself, is this the language of love? I mean, am I not mindful of the way I communicate with my people? Am I degrading? Am I insulting? Am I condescending? Because I told you guys in a previous live stream, I watch every video, okay? I critique my own work to make sure that the presentation is on. Because I never, ever, ever want to fail and deliver a poor message. That's important to me. Am I too hard? I think if you feel, I'm sorry, I just got to reiterate. If you feel that the African Superstars messages are too harsh, you need to look at the man in the mirror. Okay, a hit dog will holler. Maybe I've walked down your street and maybe that's why you feel some type of way. Maybe you have taken, internalized the fact that you are ignorant about the continent, and you feel some type of way because a lot of people have traveled here and a lot of people are talking and you can't relate because you don't know what we're talking about. But again, that's not my responsibility. You got to take ownership over that. Shout out to the African Superstar family. Eric says, unfortunately, we live in a world where if you tell the truth, people that disagree will say you are hating. Antonio Mize, good to see you, brother. Like you said, a lot of people don't know they have options outside of the West, or they know, but choose not to leave due to brainwashing. And that's exactly what I was talking about in today's throwback video. Okay, if we're honest, the life that we're living in the Western world, for the vast majority of us, because you got to be honest, if it was all hunky-dory, you wouldn't be looking for options. You would be like, hey, I'm born. What's the song? I'm a live and die in LA, huh? I'm here. Like I'm in it for the long haul. A lot, and the crazy thing is, guys, let me tell you, hello, newsflash, It's not just Black Americans that are disgruntled with life in America. Westerners as a whole are getting fed up with it and moving to the international community, including whites. Whites are coming and landing here on the continent before Black Americans. They see the writing on the wall. They see the economy. They see the increase in violence. Okay? They see the madness that's happening with the foods. Okay? They see the leadership. And they're like, yeah, no, I'm not going to wait for this Titanic ship to sink. I'm going to make some moves. You know, this platform is it's for educational purposes only. And guess what, guys? It's also not by force. Let me throw that in there too. You are not forced or required to listen to the African Superstar. You're not. You know, if I happen to rub you the wrong way, then by all means, I'm not going to feel no type of way if you don't watch me. Honestly, you know, I want to speak to an audience of my peers. I want to speak to people to whom I relate to, that relate to me. I've talked about, you know, since I've come to the continent, I've been blessed to meet many, many, many amazing people. Stacey G being one of those people. I've met her in person. And the quality and caliber of the people that I have met here, and I have met them through social media. You know, I met Ayana through social media. I met Sister Ya through social media. I met Monica and Tawo and Dynas. You know, I met all these people through social media, and their caliber is so high. And I'm happy to be able to have an exchange with an audience of my peers because, guys, first trivia question. A lot of us have felt like the only person in our circles with these ideas. You know, every time we talk to people, they're like, wow, I never thought about that. Wow. Are you serious? Wow. I've never, you know, and it's kind of draining when you can't converse with people that have similar ideas with you. It's actually energizing when you are able to connect with people of like mind. You know, that's how I envision my platform. And I recognize it's not going to be for everyone. You know, I recognize that the kind of people that I'm talking to are going to be a minority of our people, because I think that to understand where I'm coming from and where I'm going futuristically, you need to be an intellectual. You need to be able to understand some of these things, and you need to be actively pursuing information to free yourself and change your own circumstances. Okay? I know that we are disenfranchised. I know that. And I know who the culprit is. But at the same time, I have to accept responsibility for my life, and I have to take the responsibility. How am I going to change these dynamics? Okay, so I think if you feel like my messages are too harsh, you need to don't shoot the messenger. Okay, because I'm only expressing what's going on. And I'm only expressing the truth of the matter. All right? Our Black American brainwashed, they gotta be. They literally have to be to continually put up with it and don't entertain any other options. And when we look at, you know, a good measure of the way forward is to assess our history and learn about our history to know what our ancestors tried, what worked, what didn't work. And when we assess our efforts in the Western world, you can't win for losing. You can't live with them. You can't live separately. And they're constantly involving themselves in our affairs. Obviously, it's telling us that environmental changes perhaps are the answer. Proximity is perhaps a culprit. We need to take drastic steps and movement. We need to do something that has not yet been done, which is entertain our options on the continent and elsewhere. That's it. Big shout outs. Eric B is reminding you to hit the likes. Yes, please get the likes up. Sweetberry 32, I see you, family. Yes, I'm here. M. George, I see you there. Stacy G says, thanks for the cliff notes. Stacy G says, in short, you're basically addressing those who complain about being in the States and have been dragging their feet to make the necessary change. Let me know if I'm off. Babe, I put up a throwback video today She says, not a parental advisory, but a mental advisory. That's a good one. I put up a throwback video today, Stacy, of a younger Gina. I still look the same though. I feel like I still look the same. Anyway, a video that I posted in 2019 originally to the previous channel before it was taken down about there's no other consensus you can come to than other than Black Americans are brainwashed, because some of them have a very serious allegiance to the Western world, although the Western world continues to attack their very existence. And it cannot be explained away except that we have been brainwashed. Because why would you want to be in that environment after continual attacks on your people? It can't be anything than brainwashing. So there was a young man named Jeremy Woods. He got in the comments and he said, let me not misconstrue his words. I'm going to read the comments. Let me see. I'm going to read the comments. He says, oh, I've been calling him Jeremy Wood. It's Jermaine. Sorry. There's Jermaine's comment right here. He says, do you ever have anything good to say about us? And I said, what a foolish question. Why do you think I spend so much time trying to get through your thick skulls? We as a whole deserve better. Did you hear any of this video? Are you going to argue any of the facts? And then I said, you definitely don't understand my content, brother, at all. I'm sorry you feel attacked. The whole premise is that we deserve better. We shouldn't be wasting our talents in such a place. The truth is triggering, but it is what it is. So I'm responding to his comments, and I'm responding to anyone who feels that I am too harsh on Black Americans, because obviously I talk about a lot of my experiences from the Western world, you know, how we're treated compared to how I'm living in Ghana, and reasons why I think we should entertain this. And so I decided, hey, why not do a response video? Because I know that our part of the diaspora is the most emotional part. I mean, I think for that fact, everybody would agree. In terms of the diaspora, who is the most emotional part of the diaspora? It's the Black Americans, you know what I mean? And I know maybe some other of my viewers may feel like, oh, Gina's always on our case, and Gina's this and Gina that. So I felt like it's, breaking it down, because the comment section is not enough to answer his question well. War Drum, I see you there. Big shout outs to you. M. George says the things that some of these Black folks say is crazy and show they need some therapy. When I saw that video of the young lady asking the young African boy if there were beaches in Africa, I was just like, I mean, what the hell? What the hell? I mean, a map would answer that question for you. The transatlantic slave trade answers that question for you. I mean, it's just completely bizarre. So I'm going to keep on sharing information because it's very obvious it's needed. Yes. Liz says change is difficult for most of us. It's a deal with the devil we know as opposed to dealing with the one we don't. Facts. I get that. Liz says when we've had enough, we'll move both figuratively and literally. Some people are going to live and die in LA. That's the truth, Liz. Some people are going to live and die in LA because of their pride, because I think really that's where a lot of this antagonistic spirit comes from. It's an internal battle. Because at the end of the day, they know, like I said, when they get in their bed and they're tossing and turning and they're hearing that, stay black and true, stay black and true. I'm back at it again. It's the one and only. I'm running through their heads and they're wrestling at night, can't sleep. It's because they know they're full of it. They know they're not happy over there. They know it. They know we're treated like trash. Huh? But to agree with me is like, nah, I can't, I don't want, Africa's nothing. I don't want to go over there with them. No, she's crazy. So it's that internal battle. That's what makes them lash out on our comment section. That's why they're among us, watching our videos and stuff. It's that internal battle. They know what it is. Because if somebody right now says, Gina, you should go live in Saudi Arabia. It's a good life for black people over there. I'm not going to toss and turn and lose no sleep. I can, matter of fact, scroll past that video and I don't feel no type of way. But because of that internal battle that they have between the truth and their pride, that's why Pan-African spaces get all this clapback from the Western diaspora, because they're fighting themselves. You want to come. You mad when you see them videos of everybody partying in Ghana. Huh? You mad when you see all, dynasty tours, what I'm saying? When you see everything popping, because it's lit over here in Ghana. It's lit on the continent. So much fun. We see the parties. You see the Amapiano parties in South Africa. You see the beaches. You see the beautiful women and men. And you can't participate. You feel some type of way. Huh? And so instead of pulling out that mirror and saying, you know what? African superstar is right. I need to get my life together. I need to get my money up. I need to check out what the continent has to offer instead of taking hearsay from other people that have never traveled and don't know what the hell they're saying. Instead of you taking that, you want to get in my comments box. But I'm not going to take it on. I'm not taking it on. So I'm making this video so that it will be known. Get the likes up, guys. We got over 30 of you here. 23 likes. Let's get it more equated. All right. Leave your comments in the chat room. I'm coming through. Stacy says, in short, visit the continent. There's 54 countries. See which one fits you. Stack your capital and have a plan from A to Z. I love Stacy. Big shout out to my girl. Liz says, to make a move like this has a lot of moving parts. It takes time to even build the energy to go after it. Absolutely. Absolutely. Liz says, Gina, some days I enjoy your posts and other days I don't. Well, hey, and I think that's normal. We are not all the same people, Liz, and everybody's not going to agree with me. And I get it. I don't agree with everybody all the time either. Prime example, I love Dr. Umar, you know what I'm saying? But some of the things he's doing, I also can't co-sign on. I love some of these musicians, but some of the things they do, I'm not feeling them. I get it. And I do realize, my delivery is very straightforward. And some people don't like that. They like a little bit more song and dance. I'm not saying you do, Liz, but I'm saying, I get it. I'm not for everybody. I understand. But I am here to challenge you. I tell you, like my mom told me, I'm doing this because I love you. I'm doing this because I care. I'm doing this because you need to know your options and you need to know what you're up against. Now, see, when y'all come to the continent and that Stay Black and True is ringing in your ears and the one and only, and you navigate the continent well because of the way I taught you, y'all ain't going to be mad at me then. Huh? Y'all ain't going to say, Gina was too hard on me then. Y'all going to be smooth sailing. Y'all going to have a nice transition. Y'all probably won't even remember where you got them lessons from. Huh? So I'm going to do what I got to do. And if the messages are too hard, then do the needful. But I'm not about to stop. So, I feel like I'm as gentle as I can be with you guys. Sel says, you are not being too hard on the Black Americans. Our people are stiff-necked people, and you need to tell them the truth. Facts, facts, facts. Beacons of Light, I see there. Am I Capricorn? No, sweetheart. I'm a Cancer. June 26th. Yes. But, I've always got along very well with Capricorns. I dated two January born folks. So, yes, I am a Cancer. What's up, Jackie? I see you in the building. War Drum. Yes, family. I see you guys. Yes. It's the one and only. Am I too hard on y'all? I'm sorry if you feel so. But I'm looking for the man in the mirror. You got to go down your own street. Okay, you got to go down your own street. I'm going to finish this and then I'm going to wrap up. What's up, Miss Susan? I see you. Thank you so much for that super chat, sweetie. First one of the message. Happy to see you in the building. I don't know if you just came in. You're going to have to get the replay because I'm almost done. The last time I was in Ohio, I've talked about, I'm actually preparing a vlog for you guys to kind of go into more details about this tremendous weight gain. I've talked about it a lot on videos because it was just so devastating to me. Okay. The last time I went to the US, last summer, I was there for about 3.5 months and I gained almost 40 pounds. It was a massive, rapid weight gain. And I attribute it to, you know, poor eating, being in the car a lot more. I walk a lot here in Ghana. I train a lot more. I was in the car because, you know, in the U.S., unless you're in the big cities, you got to drive to get everywhere. And so that combination created a huge weight gain. And right before I returned to the States, me, my little sister, and my mom, we took a trip to Bermuda for a couple weeks to visit family and go for the annual cup match. And my sister was like, Gina, you're walking like a duck. You're waddling. Okay, this is my little sister, right? Now, I knew that I had gotten fat as hell. Okay, I couldn't even fit the trousers that I traveled to the U.S. I couldn't even fit them when it was time to get back. My sister was telling me the truth. Now, I'm not going to get mad at her. She's telling me the truth. I also know I'm fat. I can't fit my clothes. You know, when I came back to Ghana, I love my Ghanaian people because, you know, they love me, you know, but they didn't miss with the weight. I mean, I remember I came into the airport and one of my friends is a customs agent. And he saw me. He was like, hey, you know, proper Ghanaian. Hey, Gina, wow, you have really gained weight. Oh, ha. In the airport, loud. Hey, Gina, wow. Doing all this. Okay, now, I didn't get bent out of shape because of the situation. All I did was get busy in the gym to fix the problem. Okay? Guys, the truth is, I know that we have faced a lot of disparaging treatment. I know this. But the truth is, that environment is not going to change. It's not going to change. And if we don't want them to continue to siphon more of our life, talent, and treasure, we're going to have to solve it ourselves. Okay? And I know, like Liz said, it's very daunting. You know, it takes a lot of energy. It's obviously going to take money, you know, but if you are what you say you are, okay, if you are the innovative and the influential Black Americans that we say we are, then that means you should have the tenacity to do the necessary. I'm pretty sure our ancestors thought the slave trade was hard. I'm pretty sure our ancestors thought the civil rights movement was hard. Have you ever been hosed by a fire hose? I'm pretty sure that was hard. I'm pretty sure getting the dog sicked on you was hard. I'm pretty sure, you know, when you had credentials and you couldn't get a job because of segregation, or you couldn't get admitted into schools because of segregation. Life is hard. Huh? I know y'all thought I was about to lighten up at the end of this, but I'm not. Life is hard. Life is hard. Pick your poison, what you're going to do. These people have already taken a lot from you. Are you going to let them keep taking more? Or are you going to even the score by figuring it out? By innovating the way out? I know for a fact when Harriet Tubman ran up off that plantation, that was hard and risky and life-threatening. Don't shy away from things because they're hard. Why don't you strive to master things because you know you're capable of doing it? Am I hard on you? No. In my opinion, I don't believe so. I'm talking to you out of a place of love and out of a place that's trying to motivate you into implementation, because it's time for us to take strategic action. We talk and talk and talk and talk about the problems, and we do nothing, and the problems repeat, and then our kids go through it, and it's just madness. It's time to take strategic action, whatever that means. Okay? I would love to be part of your journey if I can be. It's up to you. But trying to silence the messenger, nah. Okay, go get in the mirror and assess yourself. That's what I'm going to tell you. Big shout out to the African Superstar family. Jackie says you're going to be fine because I'm not too hard. She's right. You're going to be fine. All right, family. In other news, I want to remind you guys about the Afrika Investors Academy. That is this weekend, hosted by Ashley in Africa. So if you want to book your spot, you'll be able to get access to real investment opportunities all across the continent, perhaps wherever you're interested. I know some of the countries represented is Kenya, Ghana, South Africa, Tanzania. So you will be getting access to people that are on the ground making moves, and legitimate information of how you can do that too. I'm going to go ahead and post the link again right after this broadcast on the community tab if you're interested. In other news, I have my collaborative celebrity tour with Taye Uhuru. That's October 19th through the 26th. We definitely want to see you in the building. And if you are interested in just a bespoke tour, a private tour, I offer those as well. You can get a hold of me at africansuperstar@gmail.com, and we can start planning your trip. I'm currently on tour with some guests from the UK, and they're having a lovely visit. Tomorrow we're going to the Kwame Nkrumah Memorial Park and then out to do some sightseeing. So yes, I can customize a tour to your liking, to your specs, whatever you want to do, whatever you want to see. If you're not the group type, you just kind of want some one-on-one time with me and to tour the continent, let's do it. All right, family. And last but not least, make sure you check out my brand new track, Boom Boom, Banging in Your Room. Good news, guys. Mr. Kojo Hennebai and I, we have a studio session on Friday. We're going to go record our 2 new songs. Oh my God. Are you guys excited? Are you guys excited? Yes. So you see your girl, busy girl doing that. Don't be left behind. Hello. No diaspora left behind that doesn't want to be left behind. I'm here for you guys. I'm here for you guys. And also, if you're interested in land here in Ghana, I got the hookup. Holla if you hear me, okay? Litigation free, no drama free land. So get at me. AfricanSuperstar@gmail.com. I got the hookup. I got what you need. What you need, I got it. So it's up to you. All right, family? We will resume the proximity series after this. I had to take a minute out and speak to Mr. Jermaine Woods. I'm so sorry, Mr. Jermaine. I thought your name was Jeremy at first until I recapped the comment, okay? Beacons of Lies says lies are comfortable and romantic. The truth is hard to accept. Facts. I mean, I just got to tell it as it is. All right? And be a big girl or big boy just like Liz. She said, hey, sometimes I agree with you, Gina. Sometimes I don't. But she's still here with part of the family. She loves us. I love her too. I love you. I love, Trick love the kids. Hello. Until we meet again, stay black and true. If you ain't black, just stay true.